Chris, you're here to find out if your son...
If my son passed away naturally or if she had something to do with it.
You had a child with this girl. Was long-term relationship or...
Yes, it was.
Why would you think that she would intentionally murder her own?
She was abusive towards me, and not only that, at times she would yell and curse at him, and sometimes instead of, you know, when you shake a baby like this to get it to go, you know, to calm down, she would like this and just scream at it, tell it to shut up, and she was just very aggressive with it.
How old was your son?
2 months and 2 days when he passed away.
2 months and 2 days, and she was...
Already aggressive.
Were you in the house the night that this happened?
No, sir, I wasn't. I was at my family member's house. We were split up at the time.
Now, I understand your son passed away 2 years ago yesterday.
Yes.
First of all, sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss. That's got to be just a terrible thing to even try to recover from. But you've been living with this for 2 years now.
Yes. Every day I wondered, did she have something to do with it, or did he just pass away of natural causes? It bothers me to the point that sometimes I don't eat, I don't sleep. It psychologically has hurt me more than anything I've ever been through. I wonder when I see other children, I wonder, would my son like that? What kind of food he would like to eat? I would love to have heard him call me daddy. Just one time, his first footsteps, everything. I miss him so incredibly much, and I just really want to know the truth.
How did you find that your son passed? How did you find out?
The police came to my house because I didn't have a phone, and they said, you need to get to the hospital because something bad happened to your son. She got there before I got to see him. I asked her, I said, you know, what the hell happened to my kid? She said, I don't know, and she just wouldn't really talk about it. And so then I noticed that when I got to see him, the last time I got to hold him was in the hospital. I held him as he passed away, and I noticed that there were blood coming from my little boy's poor nose and his poor ears and his poor mouth, and that doesn't happen during SIDS, only fixation. So that is what led me to believe that she had something to do with it.
At some point you must have talked to the doctors?
I never got to talk to any of the doctors about it. She would never show me the autopsy report.
What was the cause of death?
Undetermined on the desert.
And that has to be a hard thing to hang over you. It's bad enough if a child dies. You want to know why.
Yes.
And you believe that Patricia had something to do with it?
Yes, whether maybe it might not have been that she did it intentionally. Maybe it's hers a new
But
mother.
because of her actions, you're saying she caused the death?
Yes.
Maybe she didn't intentionally try to kill the baby, but because of her actions, maybe the baby passed away.
Yes.
All right, well, Patricia, the mother of your son, is here. Let's bring her out, and you can have your say.
Chris, you don't think I don't hurt? You don't think I don't hurt about the loss of our son? Do you not think that? You think I'm the type of mother to hurt my own child? I was a better mother than you were a father. You did not help me. You did not help me. You slept while I got up with him through the night.
I made bottles too.
You let him roll off the bed when he was 2 weeks old,
I don't know where you're getting that from.
You were too worried about wrestling. About going out here and do what your whole world was wrapped around was
my
wrestling.
son was my whole world. You have no idea.
What did you do while I was in labor?
I missed my kid.
What did you do while I was in labor?
I was there.
No,
I did not cut the umbilical cord.
You slept in the floor while I was in labor. You didn't help me.
That's a lie.
You did not. I have pictures at home to prove it.
What happened that night that your son passed away?
I put him to bed around 8 or 9 o'clock that night. He woke up approximately around 2. I fed him. He fell back asleep at 2:45. I woke up about 8 or 9 o'clock that morning, and I got up. He looked fine. I went to go get his bath ready and come back and get him. And I looked at him, and his lips and the top of his head were blue. I hollered for my mom. She started CPR as my stepfather called 911. And I knew by the looks of it, when my mom started CPR, blood started coming out of his nose, because of the fact that the autopsy proved that he had pleural petechia, which is where the blood vessels around the lungs start to pop, and that causes blood, the pressure causes the blood to come out of the nose.
Well, how come you never explained that to me?
Because you never went and got the autopsy report yourself.
I don't even know where to go get one at.
The police station, I told you that.
Okay, that's neither here nor there. So you discover your son, but at this point, is he already passed?
He had been gone since 3 o'clock that morning.
He had been gone
has.
for so many hours already.
Yes.
So he says, though, that you were very rough with the child, a 2-month-old child, that you were shaking it very hard. Did you mishandle the baby?
No, I did not. I was nothing but a loving mother. When I got aggravated because he wouldn't stop crying because he had really bad acid reflux, I would lay him down and I'd walk away. I'd gather myself like maybe 5 minutes and I'd go
Did
back
your
and
son
get him.
sleep in the same bed with you?
He normally did not, but that night he did.
Could you have accidentally rolled over, slept on him?
No.
You're sure?
I'm positive.
What was his cause of death?
On the autopsy, it said undecided or undetermined because there was nothing. And so they came out and said it was SIDS.
Why did you break up with him?
I broke up with him because he stole money from our son when he had passed away.
How did he?
Money.
Hold on. Let me hear this. How did he steal money from your son?
We had the state helping us because he didn't work. I didn't. And we had 2 checks that were coming to us the day he was getting buried on October 1st of 2009. I called him not thinking he would do this and said, pick them up and bring them to me. He cashed them and he gave me not even half the money for our child's headstone, which is what it was supposed to go to.
There was one.
Chris, I don't.
Did you cash these checks?
I cashed the checks and gave her the money.
No, you did not.
But the fact is, you cashed checks, and either you know in your heart whether you gave her some money for the headstone or you didn't.
I did. I gave her $175.
No, you gave me 80, but
Gave me
that's besides the matter.
$175.
We're here to find out that I am telling the truth and you are wrong.
Did you call anyone else the morning your son passed?
Yes, I did. I called a friend of mine and I told her, my exact words was, Christopher's gone. And she stopped and said, he's gone. Who took him? And I said, no, he's gone. And she slipped my words around, or he did, or somebody, and thought that he was kidnapped. I said,
Which
no.
obviously not the case. Your friend that you called happened to be your son's godmother?
Yes.
She's here now. Here's Tristan. Let's bring her out.
Who? No, I did not call you.
You did call me.
I did not call
Yes,
you.
you did call me,
How could
Patricia.
you do this to me?
You called me and you said you couldn't find him.
How could you do this to me, Tristan?
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about
You're
Christopher.
such a backstabbing bitch.
I
That's
don't
what
care
you
what
are.
you have to
I'm
say.
sorry, I have to walk away. For now, I'm sorry. You call yourself a friend? You're a liar.
What, obviously she's very emotional about seeing you. What happened that she's so upset that she can't obviously even stay on the same stage as you?
Because she just got caught. She called me and said that she couldn't find
You
Christopher.
were the godmother to this little boy.
I mean, it wasn't on papers, but yes.
Well, she said you're godmother.
Yes.
Okay.
I called you. I did not call you. I called my friend who I went to South Carolina with. I didn't tell you. I texted you and told you Christopher had passed away when I was already with him at the hospital.
You texted me some crazy something, so I called because I didn't know what was going on. And then you said, I cannot find Christopher. Me and you came up with, well, the only thing, maybe because you told Chris he couldn't see his kid anymore because of child support, then maybe he came and took the baby.
I have nothing to say to you. As far as I'm concerned, you can leave the stage. This is not between me and you. This is between me and Chris.
I was invited
this
to
is
this
a
show.
daddy. This is my son's father. You are nothing.
Nobody's here to call you out, Patricia.
Well, hold on. I mean, this is his concerns. She's adding an element to the
It's a
story.
part of the story.
She didn't know nothing.
I cried more than she did at the funeral.
You're a liar. You are a lying bitch. That is what you are. I grieved over my son for the past 2 years.
Let's bring your sister out.
Where's your sister at?
What are you doing here? You don't belong here. You have nothing to do with him, and you're a liar. Because you laid there and you slapped. You laid there and slapped while Christopher was being born.
I saw him came out.
Come on. I was the one to cut his cord. You had nothing to do with him either.
Did you call anybody and say, I can't find him?
I didn't say I can't find him. I said he's gone, and that was not to her.
No, and I understand what you're saying. He's gone. Somebody could have misinterpreted it as...
I
but
fixed
you were saying he's gone as far as he's passed.
It was not to her, though.
Okay.
That's the thing about it.
Did you call a friend claiming that Chris Jr. was kidnapped the morning of his death? You answered no. Subject told the truth. You stated to Dan, our lie detector examiner, that she told a friend that morning that Chris Jr. was gone. The girl misunderstood, and then Patricia clarified that the child had passed away. You were asked, did you lie about what happened the morning of your son's death because you were worried that you caused it? She answered no. She told the truth.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Steve.
Did you accidentally roll over your son, causing his death? You answered no. You told the truth. Did you intentionally harm your son, causing his death? You answered no, and you told the truth.
Thank you.
I don't know if, who owes who an apology.
I owe her an apology.
If you want to do that.
I do owe her an apology.
I got one question for you. How many people did you tell you thought this?
No.
You know I had an 8-year-old little girl come to me and ask me if I killed my son.
I only spoke with my. I only spoke with my family. Whoever they told, they told. I cannot control what they did. And
I'm talking to him.
I saw nothing, and I felt like you were trying to hide it. Maybe you just didn't want to talk to me. I felt wrong, and I'm sorry, and I want to apologize to you in front of everybody because I was a complete jackass, and no one else needs to say anything to you about this.
That's right. They don't.
And you need to make sure your family knows that, so
Well,
they will get her name out of her
they're
mouth.
going to see this, so.
Well,
I'm so sorry.
I hope you can move on. Obviously, you've gone separate ways, but I hope this helps you out. I hope you can go forward, okay?
Thank
Good
you.
luck to you.
You still smoking?